Sophia had always dreamed of living on her own. After years of sharing rooms with her siblings, and later enduring the close quarters of dorm life, she finally had her own space. Her junior year of college had brought the opportunity she craved, a small, one-bedroom apartment just off campus. It was nothing fancy, peeling wallpaper and a perpetually leaky faucet, but it was hers. The first few nights in her new place were peaceful. Sophia enjoyed the solitude, staying up late to read or binge-watch shows without the worry of disturbing anyone. She appreciated the quiet, the way she could control the environment from the temperature to the lighting. It felt like a perfect, cozy retreat after long days of classes and studying. However, about a week after moving in, she began to notice strange noises at night. At first, it was subtle, just a soft tapping that could easily be attributed to the old building's natural creaks. But over time, the sounds became harder to ignore. Lying in bed one evening, she heard it again, a faint rustling sound, like something brushing against the walls. Sophia turned on her bedside lamp and listened, trying to identify the source. Her heart began to race as the noise persisted, a soft scraping, followed by what sounded like muffled footsteps. "It's just the pipes," she muttered to herself. The landlord had warned her that the old plumbing could make strange noises. But there was something about the sound that didn't sit right with her. It wasn't rhythmic or metallic like pipes. It was more deliberate, more alive. Trying to shake off the unease, Sophia pulled the covers over her head and closed her eyes, determined to sleep. She told herself it was just her imagination, fueled by too many horror movies and late-night studying. But as the days went by, the noises continued. Sometimes they seemed closer, as if whatever was causing them was moving through the apartment. One night, she was studying at her desk when she heard it again. This time, the sound was louder, a definite thud coming from the walls behind her. She jumped, her heart pounding. Spinning around, she stared at the wall, half expecting to see something burst through the old plaster. But nothing happened. Sophia told her best friend, Rachel, about the noises. "It's probably just a rat or something," Rachel suggested. Sophia didn't like the idea of rats living in her walls, but it was better than the alternative, better than the strange fear that had been creeping into her mind that there was something more sinister going on. One weekend, she decided to investigate. Armed with a flashlight and a sense of determination, she inspected every corner of the apartment. She checked the walls for holes, looked behind the furniture, and even ventured into the cramped crawl space beneath the kitchen floor. Nothing. No signs of rats or any other creatures. The noises continued, and they were getting worse. One night, Sophia woke up to the sound of whispering. At first, she thought it was coming from outside, but then she realized it was coming from the wall behind her bed. She held her breath, straining to listen. The whispers were faint, unintelligible, but definitely human. Her skin crawled. She couldn't take it anymore. The next day, she called the landlord. "There's something weird going on in my apartment," she said. The landlord, a gruff older man named Mr. Patterson, didn't seem overly concerned. "That place has been standing for over 50 years. It's bound to make some noises. Probably just the building settling. But it sounds like someone's in the walls," she insisted. Mr. Patterson sighed. "I'll send someone to check it out, but don't expect much. Old buildings, like I said." A few days later, a handyman came by. He inspected the apartment, tapping on the walls and checking the vents. "Nothing unusual," he concluded. Sophia felt a wave of frustration and dread. Everyone was brushing off her concerns, but she knew what she was hearing. That night, she lay in bed, wide awake, listening. The noises came again, soft, slow, deliberate. And then something new.